Alright, everyone. Budget magic time. We are playing what is hopefully a sweet one this week. Rally Vampires in Modern. This looks like a keeper. I think we keep the swamp. Bogles? Bogles. Well, this should be interesting. Guess we'll just lead on Bloodthrone Vampire. One of the sweet things about the modern build of this deck is we get Bloodthrone Vampire, which is like a 2-mana Nantucket Husk. So we can get it back with Return to the Ranks as well as Rally the Ancestors. And our main kill condition is Blood Artist, also Highborn there, whatever her name is. Alright, so we're taking 5 here from Mr. Slippery Boggle. Drawing a Blood Artist. Playing a Temple. That is exactly what we wanted. Gatekeeper, I think, is a card that gives us a chance against the Boggles deck. It is a Vampire and an Edict. So hopefully they don't play like a Spirit Dancer or another Boggle. And just load up the Slippery Boggle. Then we can kill it. Come on, no creature. Fine. Daybreak Coronet. So we're taking 9, but then we get to kill the Boggle. So I think we're still favored. Yes. Gatekeeper with Kicker. Target our opponent. Basically a million for one. Get to drain one with Blood Artist. And now I think we want to get this Pawn of Ulamog down before we start sacking things. Because with Pawn of Ulamog, whenever we sack something, we get an Eldrazi spawn, which then we can also sack. Spirit Dancer. And Rancor draws a card, pumps up Spirit Dancer. So yeah, we can deal a ton of damage with Pawn of Ulamog, plus our sacrifice guys. So I think the plan here is just to... well, let's play the Swamp. Play Pawn of Ulamog. Then we will attack with our Bloodthrone Vampire. Do we want to start sacking things? So it's a 1-1. We can sack 1, 2, 3. Would make it a 7-7. 1, 2, 3. Make it a 13-13. Drain a little bit. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it because we can't actually win. And maybe I should have left back the Bloodthrone Vampire on defense, come to think of it. The other sweet thing about the Eldrazi spawn tokens is they stay out so we can convoke this Return to the Ranks. Hyena Umbra. Another Spear Dancer is fine. Spider Umbra. Alright. Well, I think we can live, and that might mean we can win. Oh, no. That might make it tricky. Yeah, that's, having another 1-mana enchantment's bad. Does that mean we're dead? Yep. That was unfortunate. That was a misplay. I needed to leave that Bloodthrone Vampire back. Attacking for 1 was a very bad misplay on my part. I don't think we need to change anything. Could bring in Duress, but I think we can just win with our sacrifice effects. We are actually really close to comboing off there. Alright, we will keep. This hand's pretty sweet. The one well, two. We have a Mogus's Marauder, but one of our only non-vampire creatures. Drolf's Messenger. Alright, so we'll lead on the Seer here. Calistria Highborn is one of the main allures to playing the vampire build of this deck. So I'm sure our opponent mulliganed into a Boggle of some kind. It's kind of what they do. So now I think we attack with our Seer. Play our Calistria Highborn and pass the turn. So yeah, Calistria Highborn, whenever a vampire dies, you can pay 1, and you basically drain for 2. So it works good with our rally type effects. Drolf Messenger drains for 4, so we have a lot of ways of draining our opponent in this build. Another Boggle. No, Rancor. Oh, well, that's not the scariest hand from this deck. If they're just playing all 1/1s, that's not too threatening at all. Well, now I guess we just play, even though we're taking damage, Drolf's Messenger. I think we attack with this Highborn if they want to 2-for-1 themselves to block our Highborn, that's fine. Otherwise, we put them down to 12, and we're pretty close to winning next turn. Just by sacking things. Spirit Dancer, not a threat. Can we just get the combo kill here? Well, we're certainly going to sack our Messenger on the turn. That's the opposite of the usual problematic Bogles hand. Usually, they are struggling to find a creature. This time they just have all creatures. Messenger, sack Messenger. I think we got to put this to the bottom. So I think we just attack with both of our big creatures, big-ish. Opponent double chumps. Now we play Calistria Highborn and just pass the turn. And we can drain our opponent out over the course of the next 2 turns. Yep, Rancor, sure. We're just going to sack things to our Viscera Seer. Okay. Spicy. I didn't know that Bogles played that, but I actually haven't played against Bogles in a while, so. Yep, taps down our Highborn. Alright, so we just sack our Viscera Seer, get 2 triggers from Highborn, drain with both of them. We can do this because we have another Viscera Seer in hand to win the game. Get a Scry, doesn't matter. Play Seer, sack Seer, get 2 more triggers, and yep, that does it. Alright, well, we took down a game, so that's good. Good start. It'll be interesting to see if we can actually beat this deck. We're definitely like a combo deck. They'll be on the play, and really strong draws from Bogles are hard to beat. I guess we try it. Our opponent's going to 6, which is not surprising for Bogles. They have some clunky hands. I mean, they basically have to mulligan until they find a creature. That is the risk you take when you play Bogles. I think we just play our Viscera Seer. Plan on playing Isolated Chapel next turn so we can be set up for a potentially game-winning Gatekeeper on turn 3. And also, if our opponent just attacks into our Seer, we can block. Rancor. Well, yeah, if our opponent attacks, we're definitely blocking. We will give up our Seer here, especially since we have Rally and Return to the Ranks in hand. Don't mind it being in the graveyard. Another Return to the Ranks. Alright, Isolated Chapel, pass the turn. Opponent finds a Boggle, which is fine because we have Gatekeeper at the ready. Another Rally of the Ancestors. Lots of those. But we will just kick her out, this Gatekeeper, get rid of the Boggle. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know if we ever want to draw 4 of these in our first 10 cards. That's a little excessive. Swamp. Alright, so we'll get in with Gatekeeper. Play Messenger. And pass the turn. So it looks like we might win without ever casting... Well, we might cast Return to the Ranks this turn, actually. Or we don't even need to. Sweet. Well, Bogles down. Rally Vampires doing it up on Budget Magic. Alright, I'll be back.